Day 41, still got our trade open, and it came pretty close to the stop loss again, not as close as it did on Friday, but only about 7 or 8 pips off again. About $30 down. We've still got our signal though. The MACD is below zero and price is below the average. Let it roll on, and maybe there's some entry signals out there for us. Worth mentioning, this will be the last week that we're taking entry signals. This is week 9, so we'll take signals all this week right up until the end of Friday. And then after that, if we've got any trades open, we'll just see those ones through to the end. Hopefully we get a couple more still. Canadian dollar Swiss franc pair, one more day to make it across the moving average. And to get there, it is going to have to be a heck of a day for the Swiss franc or an appalling day for the Canadian dollar. Doubt that one will come for us. Great British pound Swiss franc rebounding from a potential signal as well. Had looked like a red day could come and see us in. No such luck. Unfortunately, no signals for us today. 4 days left to try and get some. Be back tomorrow. Day 42, our trade is moving against us. Previously, it just made highs that were close to the stop loss, and now we're seeing the close get nearer to it. Very near being manually shut down as well. Just looking at where that price is, not past the moving average, directly on top of it. So we don't need to close it down. We can let it press on, although I'm not super confident in where it's going to go from here. Let's see if we've got any other trades out there. CAD yen pair, was hoping the MACD was going to cross over zero to potentially open up a recross, but after 2 green candles in a row, it's going to start turning again. Pound Swiss franc really ranging, a lot of uncertainty. We thought we were going to get a sell signal. Now it's turned again, but receded quite a bit from that high. Bit of a wacky chart. End of the third histogram for the MACD crossover on the Euro CAD. Couldn't pull a green day out the bag of 360 pips. No surprise, but no signal. No signals again for us today. We leave it with the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, and we've got 3 nights left for trade entries. We'll be back tomorrow to see if we get any. Day 43, bad news for us. Our stop loss did trigger. It was only a few hours after we checked in last night. Bit of a rush up on price, has come back since. Irrelevant to us though, we are out. $130.51 because a swap of $16.47. It's an expensive loss to pay for. No other active trades. Let's see if there's any others out there waiting for us. Canadian dollar Japanese yen pair. Hard to tell, but this MACD is about to cross beneath zero. Just about there. Not a signal for us because price is above the moving average, but with such a shallow signal and retracement on the price of the day, could easily be a green candle that flips it right back over and gives us the crossover for a buy signal. Signal does come on the pound Swiss franc. MACD crosses beneath zero and the price is below the average. Not the most confident signal, but a signal nonetheless. Let's check for any others first. Alright then, no other trades for us. Let's pull up an average true range. Based on our default 14 period input, that is 76.1 pips. That will be our stop loss. You can see our risk calculated on screen now. A big round down for us. 0.1349 has to go all the way down to 0.13. Let's sell some pounds. Why not, of course, set the stop loss and the take profit. Stop loss 1 times ATR, take profit 1.5 times. It's possible that we get there. I can't rule it out entirely, obviously. I mean, we've been there before. These lows, maybe they take profit, but certainly over here did. Hopefully we can get down there with a few days like this, take some profit. We'll be back on the charts this time tomorrow. Day 44. How's our trade looking? Not too bad. About a third of the way to our take profit. Can't ask for too much more than that after just 1 day in the trade. Obviously our indicators are still to the trade's favour, so we can just see if there's any new entries out there. Euro Great British Pound makes the crossover on the MACD. Price still below the moving average though. Normally we'd be giving it until the 3rd bar to get in, but tomorrow is the last day of us taking trade entries, so it's only got tomorrow to get across that moving average. Doesn't seem probable. We'd also have to get out of this trade as well. No new signals for us. As I said, last day for entries tomorrow, so we can squeeze another 1 or 2 out of it. We'll be back. Day 45, it's Friday, the end of the week, and this is the last day for us taking signals on our MACD EMA strategy. First, let's have a look at our pound Swissy trade. Going quite nicely to our favour. Hasn't taken the profit yet, but it's certainly in the zone. About 3/4 of the way there. We're happy to keep that one going. It's only been open for 2 days so far, so that's a pretty nice move. The last time that we took a win, that took 7 days there. Although it only took a 1 for this loser right here. Let's see one more time around if there are any new entry signals for us. We do have a crossover on the Euro-Japanese yen pair, but we are filtered out by the moving average. That is a shame. And I'm just looking at this trade we had previously. Well, that would have gone a lot further with a trading stop loss. Probably about 2 or 3 times as much to the top. Missed a trick there. At least we took profit though. The Euro Great British Pound currency pair couldn't make it over the average today. In fact, went in the other direction. Would have been nice to see a signal come there, even if we couldn't take it. That is it for us though. No new entry signals, which means we have only got one trade to see out, and that is obviously our pound Swiss franc trade right here. We aren't going to close it out now. We are going to let it run until its logical conclusion. We will be checking in daily at the trade and we'll report back once it is completed. And of course, following that will be our final thoughts on the strategy. For now though, let's check out this week's trades in the journal. Here it is, still looking pretty nice. Bit of an average week for us. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar did stop loss. So that set us back by about $130. And then the only other trade was this pound Swiss franc right here. Well, we see how that's going. It's looking like it's going to make up for the loss and add even more gains. Currently sat at $659.93 profit. And we can guarantee at this stage that we are going to end up in profit. Even if the pound Swissy reversed all the way, it's only going to be a loss for around about this amount. Unless, of course, the trade happens to not trigger its take profit or stop loss for years to come, and the swaps just keep racking up time after time, eventually depleting our bank account as we were just desperate to see that pound Swiss franc trade finish. With a bit of luck, that won't be us, but we'll be back as and when appropriate to find that out.